Nate Diaz wants to fight on UFC 200. He will fight on UFC 200. And we're going to find him a new opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, Nate Diaz. All right, who has the first question? Kevin.
Yeah, Dana, I guess two questions. First one for you. I'll go after what that guy over there said. Where's McGregor?
I think he's in Iceland.
Can you give us an update what's going on with that?
I mean, everybody knows. I mean, this thing is pretty much played out in the media. I mean, anybody who's sitting up here and anybody who's fought for the UFC over the last 16 years knows that, we try to give as much leeway as we can on things, but you have to show up to promote the fight. You have to show up to the press conferences and shoot the commercials. I mean, is it too much to ask to try to shoot a commercial or to do the promotion for the fight? I mean, a lot of these guys came here from different parts of the world, Brazil and New Jersey. These guys all came. They have better things to do, and they're here. It's part of the job. It's what we do here. It is what it is.
Who is Nate going to fight?
I don't know. We're going to figure that out. Obviously, we couldn't. We didn't make a fight that fast. And listen, we gave Conor every opportunity in the world to get here too. We get criticized a lot for bending too much for Conor, and we do. Conor is a guy who has stepped up and fought in big fights on short notice, and I respect Conor very much as a fighter, and I like him. But you have to show up and do this stuff.
I think it was UFC 69, right? Didn't you do the Ultimate Fighter here and do the press conference in Houston via satellite? Did you ever think of doing that with him today and having him on satellite as an accommodation?
Is that fair? We could have beamed Jose in from. I don't know if you guys remember the last time Conor was fighting Jose. Jose's sister was getting married, and he was sitting right here for that fight. Jose flew in for that press conference. He stayed here for most of the questions, and then for him to be able to get time to get back for his sister's wedding the next day, he had to leave, and he did it. And many fighters have done this and had to sacrifice certain things to be here. It's part of the job. It's the one thing that you have to do.
And then if I could ask, Nate, if I could ask you straight up in the middle. I just wanted to ask you, Nate, how have you taken all this? And so right now you don't really know who you're going to fight. Is there anybody out there, rumors of GSP being on the card? And I know, he fought your brother, maybe Robbie Lawler. Is there any thought in your mind of who you would prefer to fight? And how have you dealt with all this McGregor situation?
I came to fight Conor McGregor, and I don't really have too much interest in anybody else. I don't have any interest in fighting at all. But if that's what we were going to do, I thought we were going to do it.
Dana, just to be clear, everything that you said is 100% accurate and fair, but there is still nobody sitting there. So is Conor still in the running? Could this still happen? Since the promotion hasn't started with anybody else, couldn't he say yes? Or are we closing the door entirely and saying Conor McGregor is ruled out of UFC 200?
Listen, I just don't see how that's fair. You know what I mean? He came in from Stockton, days ago, Poland, Brazil, and the list goes on, where these people have come from all over the world, And I get it. It's tough when you have to, leave everything you got going up. The fight's 3 months away. The fight's still 3 months away. That's why we do it this early, so we try not to interfere with their training and their lives and everything else. It's just part of the deal. These guys came. Listen, I was talking to some of the guys backstage, the fighter, they would like Conor to fight on the card too. People want Conor to fight. So do the fans, the media, everybody. You think I don't want Conor to fight? Of course I do. But it's not right. You can't not show up for this stuff. You can't do it. It's not right.
Definitively ruling him out at this point.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Do you see? Yes. Holy shit.
Just want to be clear. And then one other question for you. Khabib Nurmagomedov said that he was offered a fight with George St. Pierre at UFC 200. I just wanted to verify the accuracy of that and find out, does that mean that George is committed to potentially fighting either at 200?
To the best of my knowledge, that is completely inaccurate. Yeah, I wasn't in that meeting.
Fair enough. Thank you. If I could, for Misha, please.
Dana said at the top of the press conference that you're going to remain on the card, that they're going to find you a new opponent. I'm wondering if that interests you, if anyone outside of Conor McGregor interests you for UFC 200.
Ariel just got here.
I didn't ask for that fight, but he asked for it and he wanted it. And if that ain't gonna happen, I'm going on vacation.
So just to be clear, it's Conor or no one for you at 200, right? And I'm also wondering if you read what he wrote on Facebook yesterday and if you understood, you know, you and your brother have sometimes had issues with doing media tours and things like that. Do you kind of understand where he's coming from a little bit?
He's got a lot of catching up to do, so there ain't no time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I've been dodged all this for years. I've been in trouble for it, you know? So I understand, it's all good. Let him do his thing, get his train on, and then get ready to fight. It's all good with me.
So have you told Dana, say, look, this is the fight that I want, this is the fight that people want, let's just make the fight. If you're okay with it, have you tried to have that conversation with him?
Hey, that's what he wanted, and I'm down for whatever. Like I said, I'm going to come here to fight if we're going to get that fight going. If not, I'm going on vacation, for real.
And just for you, Dana, obviously this